Hello everyone, Tassif here, back with another live stream. And it has been a while since I've done a live stream. It's been a few days. I can't recall exactly when the last time was when I did a live stream, a few days ago at some point. And since I started doing live stream, I've always told people that I want to do a live stream, a live stream a day, at least 4 or 5 days a week. However, in recent weeks, that has not been possible because of my travels and a lot of political events going on in Wisconsin, and just overall busy schedule. But I am back, and I just want everyone to know that I always try to do a live stream when possible. It's always a priority for me. And so when I'm not able to do a live stream, please know that it's because I am really, really tied up doing something else. I'm somewhere else. I'm traveling. I'm not in town. I'm at a hotel or wherever. But hey, I appreciate the fact that you all stay connected to my channel and you watch my videos and you comment on my videos. So I really, really appreciate that. So I'm very grateful to all of you. Like I said, my friends, I want this to be a community. I want people to feel like they belong to a community when they're watching my live stream, when they're watching my videos, because it's all about exchange of information. It's all about sharing of knowledge. I share a lot of updates. I share a lot of commentary, opinions from my end, and I also learn a lot from you. I hear from you. You ask me questions which prompt me to look for answers. If I don't know about something and someone mentions that in the live chat window, then that helps me learn. So anyway, you understand what I'm talking about, right? So as you are joining, I see a couple people are already here. As you are joining, please participate in the live chat. Just say hello, write your name, ask a question, write a comment, write what city, what state you're from. And I always repeat these at the beginning of each live stream, because I know that there are always new people who are watching these videos. And so somebody may be here for the first time, and I want that person to understand what I try to do in these live streams. I want this to be a conversation. So please participate in the live chat window. I obviously have a lot to... Oh, somebody else just joined. So more people are joining. That is wonderful. Hey, whoever you are, you're joining now. Welcome. Welcome to this live stream. And my channel is about social and political issues, both domestic and international, okay? And in this interconnected world, what's international is also domestic. What's domestic is also international in many cases. So my friends, please participate in the live chat window. Tell me where you are tuning in from. I'm going to wait for that, but let's see. I'm going to wait for maybe one more minute before I go into the discussion that would allow you all to write something in the chat window, my friends. Please do that, all right? And then I'm going to go into the discussion, and we have really interesting stuff to discuss today. Really interesting stuff. There's a lot of anticipation about the upcoming presidential election. And I also want to discuss something very, very serious, and that is the New York trial. What can I say about the trial that is taking place in New York? You know which trial I am talking about, right? New York is a big city. New York State is a big state. Which trial am I talking about? If you don't know that already, then you're probably new to this channel. And if you have been following my channel, you know which trial I'm referring to. I am talking about the nonsense trial, the sham trial. I am talking about the absolutely ridiculous, meaningless trial in New York against Trump. We know that the radical left is trying to prevent Trump from winning the November 2024 presidential election. And part of their strategy, this is part of the leftists' strategy. Part of their strategy is to keep Donald Trump, tied up in lawsuits and cases and legal matters. Why? Because the more time he spends in the courtroom, the more time he spends talking to his lawyers, the more time he spends focusing on the legal challenges that are thrown at him, the less time Trump has for campaigning. So the radical left came up with this plan that they're gonna make Trump go through this sham, absolutely nonsense trial that we see taking place in New York. And the closing comments wrapped up, as you may know already. And now the jury is deliberating. We are waiting for a verdict. Imagine what's going on in this country. An innocent man is on trial, having done nothing wrong, having broken no law. He did not break any law. Donald Trump is innocent. He did not break any law. And yet he is on trial because of radical leftist activists. Okay? They are activists. All those people who are trying to make Trump go through all this nonsense trial. I mean, professionally, they may have titles, right? Elected official, whatever. I'm not going to go into the details. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about each and every person involved in pushing this trial forward against Trump. They are all radical leftists, okay? And our former president, our great leader, one of the greatest Americans, okay? Our former president, Donald Trump, is going through this sham trial while he's innocent. He hasn't done anything wrong. I mean, think about it. The jury is deliberating to decide if Trump is guilty or not guilty. But we're talking about an innocent man. He hasn't done anything wrong. So why is there a jury deliberating? Why, right? I mean, think about it. A lot of people are losing their faith in the justice system because of what Donald Trump is going through. An innocent man on trial, a jury is trying to decide if he's guilty or not guilty when everyone knows he is not guilty, he is innocent. So anyway, my friends, I will tell you one thing. As much as I'm upset about this entire trial, this trial shouldn't be happening. Trump should not be tied up in court. Trump should be out campaigning in different states across the country. He should be out fundraising and meeting with voters and doing rallies and making strategy for the election. That's what he should be doing right now. Instead, Trump has to spend hours and hours of the day tied up in court. Okay? Tied up in court. And that is the strategy that the Democrats have, the radical left. They want to keep Trump tied up in court so that he has less time to campaign. And obviously that, going through a trial, it puts tremendous pressure on a person. There's so much of stress associated with being on trial. I mean, I can't even express that in words, but I know you understand it. Being on trial, I mean, it is so stressful. And so Trump has to tolerate all that. He has to go through all that. And so that's why a lot of people are losing their faith in the justice system. And, what can I say? What can I say? A lot of people are feeling hopeless. A lot of people are extremely upset, like myself. I can't describe in words how upset I feel when I see what's going on. My friend Terry just wrote, it proves how strong he is. Exactly, Terry. My friend Terry from South Dakota is exactly right. It proves how strong he is. No matter how much the radical left tries to make Trump weak, to make Trump lose hope, Trump becomes stronger than ever before. And so, Terry, good to see that you're here. Thank you for joining this live stream. And Terry is the first to comment today. Terry is the first to participate in the live chat window today. And others who may be here, please participate in the live chat. Okay? Participate in the conversation. Oh, I see a new viewer. The name is Softball Girl. And Softball Girl writes, my name is Kylie. Please give me a shout out. Well, Kylie, welcome to this live stream. So thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning into my live stream. Is this your first time, Kylie? Is it Kylie or Kaylee? I see it's KY, so I'm saying Kylie. I hope that's correct, right? My friend Terry is also giving you a welcome. So Kylie, where are you tuning in from? Are you in the United States? What city are you in? What state are you in? Please share something. I mean, I'm asking you these questions, but only answer if you feel comfortable. I usually like to ask and find out where the different viewers are from. And if you watch my previous live streams, if you watch those pre-recorded videos, then you'll see that I try to find out where everyone's from. So Kylie writes, yes, you're pronouncing it right, and I'm in Georgia, GA. So you're in Georgia, wonderful. Kylie, we're going to have to win Georgia in November 2024, okay? I love Georgia. It's Georgia on my mind, okay? So Trump has to win Georgia, Kylie. So you're in Georgia, support Trump. My friend Terry is writing, oh, not Fulton County, I hope. Well, Kylie, you can answer my friend Terry's question about whether you are in Fulton County or not. We have to win Georgia. We have to win Georgia. So I hope that happens. Kylie writes, yes, I know, I love Trump. Well, wonderful, Kylie. So Kylie, curious to know, how did you find this channel? Is this your first time? Did you find it in your what do you call it when you go on YouTube, the front page, or did you find me in the shorts videos? Oh, you're not in Fulton County. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. All right. Yeah, feel free to introduce yourself, share a little bit about yourself, and thank you for joining. Appreciate that very much. Softball Girl, Kylie writes, yes, but I subbed and yes. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber. When you subscribe, it helps you get notifications when I'm publishing another video. So when I publish a video or a YouTube shorts or when I start a live stream, if you are a subscriber, then I'm guessing you're going to get some kind of a notification that would then prompt you to tune in. So yeah, well, thank you, Kylie. All right. Well, Kylie from Georgia. Well, Kylie, because you're from Georgia, feel free to share updates from Georgia because you are there in that state. I'm in Wisconsin, okay, so I'm far away from Georgia, but I love Georgia. And so, I hope you'll stay connected. And whenever I'm doing live stream, I'm hoping that you can tune in if your schedule permits, and you can share some information about what you're hearing from other people in your state. Are your neighbors, your family members, your friends, your colleagues, what are they thinking about the election? We have inflation going on. Supply chain issues are there. Crime is rising in so many cities across the country. There's illegal immigration, which is really hurting our communities. And then, our relationship with our international allies have become so weak. And so, there are so many issues, and different voters have different priorities. Some pay attention to economic issues, some pay attention to Second Amendment issues, some pay attention to international relations and public safety. So if you want to share going forward what you are hearing in your city, what you think people are saying, are they leaning towards Trump? Please share all that with us if you choose to. Kylie writes, I know it's crazy how things have changed so much, and that's what I try to tell people, Kylie. And my friend Terry is probably one of the top viewers on this channel, because Terry joins most of my live streams. And so Terry and I have had these discussions before, and there are a lot of other great people who usually tune in, but I'm guessing today some of them may not be here because the last few days I have not been able to do a live stream. So I kind of went off schedule a little bit, and so I'm trying to come back to my regular publishing and live streaming schedule. So anyway, what I was saying is we always have these discussions during the live stream that how much things have changed. Just what you mentioned, Kylie. How much things have changed. And I tell people, hey, think about 2018. Think about 2019. Think about how wonderful the economy was. Prices were low. And in my home state of Wisconsin, I saw a lot of businesses, open their stores. A lot of people jumped into the market. They decided they're going to invest. They are going to, make a store, start a business. They are going to, engage in economic activities. Whether it's opening a clothing store or a restaurant or a bar or, whatever it may be. People were investing. People were confident about the economy, and everything was going well. And prices were low. People could afford food. People could afford clothes. People could afford gas. People could afford vacation. People could afford so many things. And then imagine now what's going on. And it's like when I buy gas, and in Wisconsin, I think gas prices are relatively low compared to some other states. Like you go to neighboring Illinois, gas prices higher over there, and gas prices probably the highest in California and New York. I don't know how much gas price is over there, but I bet it's a lot. And when I pay $3.50 and $3.59 per gallon, I mean, it's heartbreaking. It really is. I mean, I remember when gas was $1.9, $2. Even if it's as high as, let's say, $2.40, I am fine with it. But it should not be $3.50. And in Wisconsin, during the Biden administration, gas prices had reached $5 per gallon. I remember those days not too long ago. And now it's still high. And so how much that has changed. I mean, think about grocery store prices. Oh my God. So I go to the grocery store, and and I spend $100, and I come home and I take out the stuff from my grocery bags and I put them on the kitchen counter, and I think, oh my God, so like this much of grocery, this much of stuff, like few stuff, that's $100. $100 is supposed to be so much of groceries that I would need more than two hands to carry. But that's no longer the case. I mean, how are people going to afford food? How are people going to afford, traveling? How are people going to afford other things? So Kylie is leaving. Kylie, have a good night. Thank you for joining. I hope you'll be back. Thank you. Kylie writes, bye. I will continue to support your channel. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. I think in the process of talking, I missed a few of the sentences in the chat window, but hey, I see more people have joined. Please participate. Participate in the chat window. Terry writes, South Dakota gas was 3.05 in Mitchell yesterday. Well, 3.05 is still very high, Terry. It should be what? Less than $2, right? I mean, we need Trump back in office. We need Trump. So anyway, that's what I tell people. I tell people to think about 2017, 2018, 2019, how life was in that economy when Trump was in office. So it was so much better than what we are facing now. And so, my friends, there is an effort, and I think we all understand that there's an effort to prevent Trump from campaigning, to prevent Trump from winning the election, which, he's on his way to victory. And that's why the radical left is so busy. Excuse me. I'm just getting a little too excited, so I need to calm down. My throat became so dry. Do I have water here? Not today. Okay. That's okay. So as I was saying, the radical left, all these, all the legal challenges, the court case, the trial, all of these are efforts to prevent Trump from campaigning, to prevent Trump from winning the election. But this is not going to work, because the more the Americans see the unfair treatment that Trump is getting in the justice system in New York, the more his campaign gains momentum, the more the support for Trump grows. Because the American people are afraid. They are afraid of how the justice system can be used against an innocent man. The average Americans are very concerned when they see that the justice system is being used against an innocent man, a former president. And so, people are supporting Trump. They are rejecting the Democrats. They are rejecting Joe Biden. Terry writes, even if Trump has to appeal, it means spending more of his money. Exactly. That's another thing. Trump, they're trying to take Trump's resources away from him. Okay? And that's why, the radical left came up with the strategy that let's just keep throwing cases at Trump so that he keeps spending more and more money. So Trump is a billionaire. He can afford that. Okay? It's still extremely difficult because, those court cases and the lawyers and everything, it's probably costing him millions and millions and millions, multi-millions of dollars. But Trump being a billionaire, he can somehow deal with it. But think about what the radical left can do to an average American who doesn't have $1 million in the bank. Okay, what can the radical left do to an average American? So The radical left is using the justice system to target innocent people. And that's why I think the American people understand that. And that's why they're rejecting the Democrats and they're rejecting the Biden administration. They're rejecting the radical left. And support for Donald Trump continues to grow. Support for Trump continues to grow, my friends. Now, the question is, Trump. Let me first give you a little bit of overview. Trump needs a strong running mate. He needs a strong running mate. Okay, because the presidential race, I mean, he's the best candidate for president. We know that. He's the best president of my lifetime that I've seen so far. But going into November 2024, Trump needs a running mate. So who is going to be his running mate? And that's the question that's on everyone's minds right now. Who's going to be Trump's running mate? Now, I have discussed this before. Terry, do you have any guesses? I see Terry is the only one right now who's participating in the chat window. My friends, others who are watching, please participate in the chat. Let's engage in a conversation. If you need an icebreaker, if you want me to ask you a question that will help you, start participating, then let me ask you, who do you think Trump will pick for VP? Just write that. So Terry writes, LOL, I have a couple guesses. So Terry, we want to hear your guesses. I know we have discussed this before. And I know that Terry participated in those discussions before. But, each day it seems that we're learning some new information. There are some new developments taking place. So if we had a list of 6 people in the past, maybe now there are a few more names. Maybe a few names can be removed from that list. Maybe that list can be updated. So that's why I think until and unless Trump makes that announcement, we're going to keep guessing. We're going to keep discussing. So Terry writes, Sarah Huckabee would be just fine. Oh my God. Great comment. Great point. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, governor of Arkansas, and she worked in the Trump White House, in the Trump administration. She was a spokesperson. And, she is a Trump ally. So, my friends, Trump needs someone who is not only strong, who is not only politically experienced, but somebody who's also a strong ally, somebody who's going to be faithful to, Trump and his policies, somebody he can trust, somebody who's going to be loyal. Loyalty, that's the word. Loyalty. Loyalty is extremely important. Trump needs somebody who's going to be loyal. Terry writes, best press secretary too. And Terry also writes, a VP who can articulate. Exactly. I mean, imagine. So here's one way to judge whether somebody is the right VP candidate. You know how you're going to judge that? Let me tell you. Think about the person, your preferred VP pick. Think about that person on a debate stage going against Kamala Harris. Who would you like to see? Tim Scott, VP candidate versus Kamala Harris. Okay. Vivek Ramaswamy, VP candidate versus Kamala Harris. Think about it. Byron Donalds, VP candidate versus Kamala Harris. Ellis Stefanik, VP candidate versus Kamala Harris. I mean, who would you like to see on that stage? Kristi Noem, VP candidate, going against Kamala Harris on stage. I mean, think about that. Think about Sarah Huckabee Sanders debating Kamala Harris. Who would you like to see? Who would you like to see on that debate stage, my friends? By the way, if you're watching this, please like this video. Please hit like, hit thumbs up. All right? I can see there's one like. Let's add a few more likes, maybe 5 more, okay? I know there are more than 5 people watching right now. Please hit the like button. I would appreciate that very much. So that's what I'm saying. Who would you like to see on that stage? Oh, by the way, I got an invitation that Governor Kristi Noem is coming to Wisconsin to speak at a Lincoln Day dinner. Terry, I already shared that information with you. Governor Kristi, oh, somebody just hit the like button. So please, a few more likes. I would appreciate that. So, as I was saying, Kristi Noem is coming to Wisconsin. Byron Donalds was in Wisconsin, in Appleton, at the Republican Party of Wisconsin's annual convention. Byron Donalds came and spoke. And as he was on stage, somebody, if I heard it correctly, and there's video of this, somebody from the audience just shouted, VP! So obviously there's support for Byron Donalds to be VP. So, oh, I see Kylie is back. Kylie, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. We're discussing who the VP candidate is going to be. So when Byron Donalds came to Wisconsin and he spoke at the Republican Party of Wisconsin's annual convention on May 18th, as he went up on stage, somebody from the audience, and I was there, somebody from the audience shouted, VP, VP. So because people want to see Byron Donalds as VP, so he's obviously there on the list, I'm pretty sure. And now Kristi Noem is coming. She's coming next month in June. She's coming to Marathon County. That's according to the invitation that I received. I don't believe I'll be able to attend that event because of other things going on. So I may end up missing that event, but I am glad that Kristi Noem's coming. If you want to know more, just do a search on the internet. Republican Party of Marathon County in Wisconsin. They're having their Lincoln Day dinner, and Kristi Noem is scheduled to be there. So yeah, take a look at that if you want to. Kylie writes, I got to stay up late. All right, Kylie. Well, thank you. Wonderful that you're back. Please hit the like button. And Terry writes, there are so many good Republicans to fill Trump's cabinet. Absolutely, absolutely. Some great Republicans to fill different cabinet positions. So as I was saying, Byron Donalds already came and spoke. Kristi Noem is scheduled to be here at an event next month. and also, okay, Tulsi Gabbard is coming to Wisconsin also. She's going to be doing, I think, based on what I saw, she's going to be doing 2 events, I think, one in somewhere in the Milwaukee, Waukesha County area. I think, I don't know whether it's Milwaukee County or Waukesha County, but somewhere in southeast Wisconsin. And then Tulsi Gabbard is coming to Dane County also. She's coming to an event in Dane County. Dane County is where I live, so she's coming to my home county next month. So next month's going to be pretty exciting, I think, with Kristi Noem coming to an event and Tulsi Gabbard coming to an event, according to what I saw being posted on the internet from the county Republican parties in Marathon County and Dane County. And so it's going to be exciting. And now, when people are talking about Byron Donalds and Kristi Noem and Tulsi Gabbard and others, The name of Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been mentioned. I saw that on the internet, and my friend Terry also mentioned that to me. And earlier in the day, my mom mentioned that to me because she saw that on the internet. So my mom mentioned that to me. Terry mentioned that to me. And then I also did some searches on the internet. So I saw people discussing the possibility of Sarah Sanders being the VP candidate. It's very, very exciting. It's very, very exciting. And, you know, we just have to wait and see. It's even more exciting for Wisconsin because the RNC, the Republican National Convention, is going to be taking place in Wisconsin, in the city of Milwaukee. Terry writes, Dems are going to virtually nominate Biden to get him on Ohio ballot. Virtually. I mean, how much more of this virtual stuff are we gonna see? Like since COVID, so many organizations have moved to virtual stuff. A lot of organizations, trust me, a lot of organizations have moved away from in-person meeting, and they're doing still doing virtual meetings and conferences. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, there's value to meeting up with somebody in person, right? So we have to move back to doing things in person, and most people like in-person interactions, but some are still stuck in virtual stuff. I mean, there are some things that have to be virtual, like my live stream, because that's what this is. This is virtual, but I like to meet people in person, and so there are things that have to be taking place in person. But a lot of people still wear masks. They're wearing masks, and they're sitting in front of the computer screen doing virtual stuff. Did you understand what I said? Probably not. And that's what happens if you've got a mask. If you've got a mask, people don't understand what you're saying because your voice is muffled. And so, out there in the world, I still see people at the grocery store, here and there and everywhere, even people driving cars wearing masks. Still, I mean, come on, this is 2024. Still wearing masks? Anyway, I am so happy to see Pamela Hernandez is here. Pamela writes, hey there, my friend. Pamela, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to this live stream. So wonderful to see that you're here. And I am so sorry that I have not been able to do live streams regularly. May has been an extremely busy month. I had to travel to Green Bay, stay there for a couple days, and then I had to go to Door County to speak at an event there. I had to go to Dodgeville to speak at an event in Dodgeville. Then I had to, go to Appleton, which is 2 hours away from Madison. Green Bay is even further. So I had to go to Appleton, stay there for a couple days, and attend the Republican Party of Wisconsin's annual convention. And then I had to catch up with my personal messages and emails that had piled up. So anyway, it was a very busy month. It was productive month. It was a good month. And, May is still not over. We still have 2 days left. So, but it's been so busy that I was not able to do live streams regularly. And so I missed you all. Susan is here. Susan Epp writes, Susan here. Welcome, Susan. So wonderful to see you all here. My friend Terry and Pamela Hernandez and Susan, and also Kylie, who just subscribed and who is new to this live stream. So thank you, Kylie, for being here. So Generous was in New York wearing. Who are you? Let me read that comment again. Oh, okay. You mentioned De Niro. I'm like, who's Generous? I was thinking, who's Generous? Generous is somebody who I think is pretty generous, I'm guessing. So yeah, I saw Robert De Niro wearing a mask. Come on, Robert De Niro. This is 2024. By the way, I loved the movie series Godfather. I've always been a fan of Robert De Niro's acting, but why is Robert De Niro so anti-Trump? It does not make any sense. Anyway, I mean, Robert De Niro is free to do what he wants to do. He wants to wear a mask, let him wear a mask. He wants to talk against Trump. Well, he's free to talk against Trump, but you know what? People, the American people are pretty smart. Okay, they're not going to listen to some Hollywood elites telling them what to do. Okay? I mean, the Hollywood celebrities, they live in mansions, they drive luxury vehicles, they've got private security, they eat all kinds of, fancy food and drinks and whatever. And so they have their lavish lives. Okay? So the American people, those who are struggling with their day-to-day expenses, those who are being laid off, those who are having to work 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, those people are not going to listen to the Hollywood elites. Okay? So the freedom-loving American people, they are smart people. They can make their own decisions. So it doesn't matter what Robert De Niro or some Hollywood elites say. The American people will do what the American people will do. They are going to support Trump. And like I said, I mean, De Niro is a great actor. I enjoyed watching his movies. And, I really liked him, but now I'm not a fan anymore. I like his acting, but after all those anti-Trump things that he said in the past and continues to say, I'm not a fan of Robert De Niro anymore, okay? So, it's for whoever's watching this video. Just wanted to share that. I'm not a fan of De Niro, okay? You know who I'm a fan of? I'm a fan of Trump. I love Trump. So Pamela writes, very busy. Yes, Pamela, I was very busy, but I'm back. So good to see everyone here. Terry writes, thumbs up, everyone. Terry writes, he's a great actor, but from I love your comments, Terry. Pamela writes, my prayers for Trump. Each and every day, Pamela, we are praying for Trump, and we have to continue to pray for Trump. We have to continue to pray for Donald Trump. We have to pray for our former president, a great leader. Pamela writes, that's right, we love Trump in California. Little by little, California is going to change too. Okay, now it's a Democrat state. It's going to become a Republican state. That day is coming. Okay, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Susan writes, the lefties always resort to name calling. That's what they do. Name calling. I mean, it is disgusting. It is disgusting. And let me tell you one thing. I published a video. I don't know how many of you saw it. Give me 1 second. All right. I published a video today. It was early today. It was early in the morning. I published a video, and it's titled, Americans Rejecting Democrats. Will Hollywood come to the rescue? And I talked about the Biden administration, depending on Hollywood, the Hollywood celebrities, to kind of, energize the Biden campaign, because, the Biden campaign is a sleepy campaign. I mean, literally, it's a sleepy campaign. Okay, if you don't want to, if you're sleepless and you're not able to sleep, you're lying down on your bed, you've got your head on your pillow, and for whatever reason you can't sleep, just turn on Joe Biden's speech. Okay, he doesn't give too many speeches, but just turn on a Biden speech and you're gonna fall asleep. All right, I mean, that's literally the solution for anyone who's suffering from sleeplessness. Okay. And so, I mean, Biden's got a sleepy campaign. That's why Trump calls him Sleepy Joe, because he is sleepy. And so if Hollywood celebrities think they're going to come and energize the Biden campaign, that's really not going to happen, because the American people are smart. They have their own challenges. They are facing economic issues. And so why should they listen to Hollywood celebrities? I mean, Robert De Niro has his wonderful, luxurious life, I'm sure. So, a lot of celebrities have the same, and there's no problem with that. I mean, if you have been a successful actor, if you have made a lot of money, and if you want to have nice houses and nice cars, that's fine. I mean, that's the American dream. You want to be successful, you want to have a lot of money, you want to have a comfortable life. Absolutely. You have every right to do that. But the average Americans, people who are struggling to buy groceries, people who are struggling to buy gas, people who are suffering because of inflation and illegal immigration, they're going to vote for a leader who's going to fix those problems. And the American people know that Biden's not going to fix those problems because Biden created those problems. The inflation is here because of Joe Biden and his Democrat allies in Washington. The border crisis is happening, is still ongoing because of the Biden administration and their policies, because of the radical left, because of the Democrats in Washington. And so the American people are going to vote for Trump. So it does not matter what the Hollywood elites say. It doesn't matter. The American people are not going to listen to the Hollywood elites. The Hollywood elites have a right to say what they want to say. Freedom of speech. I mean, say whatever you want. But don't expect the freedom-loving Americans to vote for Biden. No, they are not. The freedom-loving Americans are going to vote for Trump. So, let's see. Pamela writes, I just have to look at his face and I fall asleep. Oh, that is true. I mean, Sleepy Joe. Just talking about Sleepy Joe makes me sleepy. All right? I'm going to start yawning now. Just kidding. All right. So, my friends, going back to the discussion of who the VP candidate will be, we don't know. But if it is Sarah Sanders, it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. I know it'll be awesome. We need somebody who can help win the Nikki Haley voters. And, that's why for a while I was saying that Trump should pick Nikki Haley. And I would still say that. But if it's Sarah Sanders, I'm 100% for Sarah Sanders. I mean, no questions. It has to be someone, the VP candidate has to be someone who can convince the Nikki Haley voters to vote for Trump. And, that's why I said, let's pick Nikki Haley so that the Nikki Haley voters end up voting for the ticket. But if it is Sarah Sanders, if it's Sarah Huckabee Sanders, let me just tell you, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. I think Sarah Huckabee Sanders can help win the Nikki Haley voters. Pamela writes, I loved it when Trump went to the Bronx. I loved it too, Pamela. Have you watched the video that I published? I published a video. It's called Trump's Bronx Rally. Will he win New York in 2024? So I published that video back on May 23rd. So please watch that video if you have not done so already. I loved it. I loved it when Trump went to the Bronx. By the way, I published a highlight video from, Republican Party of Wisconsin's annual convention. Okay, I published a video. It's a 33-minute, 49-second long video, and it's called Highlights from Republican Party of Wisconsin's 2024 convention in Appleton, United to Win. That was the theme of the convention, United to Win. I'm not sure if you have watched that video. If you have not done so, please watch that video. You're going to see me and my mom traveling to Appleton for the convention. There are video clips of what happened at the convention, the hospitality suites, meeting our friends, connecting with a lot of other Republicans, and also being on the convention floor for the official business, and having breakfast at the restaurant and having coffee at Starbucks. I mean, everything. So it's like a small diary, like a journal. Okay, so you can watch those clips. That video is a collection of different clips and images and pictures from our travel to Appleton for the Republican Party of Wisconsin convention. So please watch that video if you have not done so already. I would really appreciate that. Watch it. All right. So yeah, I loved it when Trump went to the Bronx. So in summary, I'll just tell you, if it's Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I'm going to be very, very happy. Any more questions, my friends? Any more comments? Anything else you want to discuss? It's me doing a live stream after a while. So, I don't know if how many of my subscribers know that I'm doing this live stream. I hope that people get those notifications, but if not, that's okay. I'm gonna try to get back to a schedule for doing the live streams. I'll really try that. Let's see. Any more questions for me, my friends? Please, if you are somebody who has never participated in the live chat, please participate. And Susan and Pamela and Terry and Kylie, please hit that like button. Like this video, help me spread my words. I would appreciate it. Please do that. Okay. All right. Let's see. So, my friends, we have some great events coming up in Wisconsin. This is going to be a busy political season. I'll try to attend a lot of the events, but I'm sure I won't be able to attend all of them because, there's a lot going on. And it's a big state. We have 72 counties. So imagine how many Lincoln Day dinners and other events are taking place. So Pamela writes, I'm here, will do. Please, Pamela, check out those videos and also hit the like button. I would appreciate that. So we are past 52 minutes. I'll continue for a few more minutes. And if people have questions or comments or things they want to discuss, I'll continue even beyond a few minutes. If not, then I'm probably going to wrap it up by the 60-minute mark. So let's see. Terry, are you still here, Terry? Let's see. Is Terry still here? Susan, are you here? Pamela is here. I know Pamela is here. Kylie, are you here? Kylie is new to this channel. So let's see who else is here. Terry writes, I'm here on the phone. All right, Terry. So Terry's on the phone. That's okay. All right, Terry. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Susan is here as well. Susan writes yes. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. My subscriber count right now is 1279. So please help me get to 1300 and then beyond. So Pamela writes, did you celebrate Memorial Day? So Pamela, obviously Memorial Day is such a significant holiday because we have to show our respect to those who lost their lives serving our country. So yes, every year I try to do something for Memorial Day. This year I was not able to attend Memorial Day ceremony. So I feel sorry about that, but on Saturday I had work, so I was traveling a little bit, and on Sunday I stayed stayed in town, and so yeah, every year Memorial Day is such a significant day. I mean, think about all those people who have lost their lives serving our country. Now, I have been fortunate to meet some to meet a lot of veterans, but in particular, some World War II veterans. In the last few years, I don't remember which year, I've got some pictures. I have been very, very fortunate because I got to meet some World War II veterans, and it's really an amazing feeling. I remember one veteran in particular, I can't remember his name, and I met him a few years ago, and he was 94. I think he was 94 years old when I met him. So by now, I think I don't know if he's still alive and well, then he's probably closer to 100 now. And so I remember meeting a veteran. He was 94 years old, but he could remember everything from his teenage days. He was talking about his teenage years and what he did and what his father told him. And so I was so amazed to see a 94-year-old veteran, a World War II veteran, with such a sharp memory, really amazing. It's really a blessing if you get to meet and talk to World War II veterans. Really amazing. And so anyway, Memorial Day is about those who lost their lives serving our country. And so we have to show our respect, and we have to talk about their service and their sacrifices. And so really, I mean, it's such a significant holiday and occasion. So Pamela writes, I'm angry that Biden didn't acknowledge Memorial Day. Yeah, yeah, the Biden administration is such a disaster. Okay, I don't know what to say. I talk about them a lot, but at certain times I feel like I'm speechless. Really speechless at times. So my friends, we are past the 57-minute time mark. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel, for tuning in to watch my live streams, for participating in the live chat window, for watching my videos, for liking my videos, for commenting on my videos. I really appreciate that. So my friend Terry, thank you for being here. Kylie, thank you for tuning into my channel. I hope you'll continue watching my videos. Thank you, Susan, for being here. As always, I really appreciate your support. Pamela, thank you so very much for supporting my channel. Did I miss anyone? If I have missed anyone, I'm very sorry, but I just want to thank you all for continuing to engage in discussion, in conversation. Terry writes, "Oh, I'm back, but it is getting late." Well, Terry, thank you for being here. I'm gonna end this live stream in a couple minutes. Oh, JW just joined. JW, so wonderful to see you're here, JW. JW, thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. It's so good to be back, JW. It's my first live stream in a while. I mean, I have done other live streams this month, but not very regularly. So, JW, glad to see that you're here. Unfortunately, I'm wrapping up this live stream, but I'll stay for a few more minutes, JW, because I am so happy to see that you're here. JW writes, you must have started early tonight. I did. I started at 9 p.m., which is a little earlier than usual. But, I thought, well, let's start at 9 p.m. And because sometimes I know that for some people, 10 p.m. is a little late. And so I'll try starting at 9 p.m. as much as I can. JW writes, that's okay. I've been taking care of my father a lot lately. JW, I hope your father is doing well. Good wishes and prayers for your and your father's good health. I hope he's doing okay. Pamela writes, everyone have a good night and pray for Trump. Pamela, we will do that. We will pray for Trump. Susan writes, good night. Susan, have a good night. So, JW, before going forward, Terry is asking, who's your VP pick? So, if you have a VP pick, JW, let us know. We were talking about the new developments in the VP arena because I have been talking about Nikki Haley, and I have explained the reasons why I think Nikki Haley should be the VP candidate, because we need the Nikki Haley votes. But recent updates tell us that Sarah Huckabee Sanders is perhaps being considered. I don't know for sure, but I've been hearing about Sarah Huckabee Sanders. My mom mentioned that to me. Terry mentioned that to me. And I browsed on the internet. I saw some discussion about Sarah Sanders. So Sarah Sanders may be one of the candidates. She may be the VP pick. She may be the running mate. So if that happens, I'm going to be 100% in support of Sarah. Okay, Sarah Sanders. JW writes, Terry, I'm not sure. I'm having a hard time deciding. Maybe Tim Scott. Pamela writes, I have my PJs on, but I don't want to sleep because you're still on. Well, I'm still on because I like being on. You know, I know that my battery is running low on this phone because I'm live streaming from my phone, but I still have enough battery to go on for a while. Okay, so when it goes to like below 5%, I'll let you know, and then we can wrap up. So Pamela, thanks for being here. See, I want to be here too. It's like I am back after such a while that I don't want to wrap it up if people continue to stay. You know, I'll go on. JW writes, I did completely agree with Tassif about Haley, just for the strategy of getting more votes, but I think Trump said Haley is not someone he's considering for VP. I heard that too, JW. I heard that too. I heard that Trump is not considering Haley for VP, and that's why I'm saying right now that if it's Sarah Sanders, I'm going to support Sarah Sanders. If it's Sarah Sanders, I think Sarah Sanders is going to be able to win the Haley voters. I think the Haley voters will vote for the ticket, for the presidential ticket, if Sarah Sanders is on the ticket. So yeah, I think Sarah Sanders would be a great pick. Terry writes, give Tassif's show a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Terry, for mentioning that again. JW writes, are you going to host a show tomorrow night, Tassif? That is my hope, JW. I really want to do it. Unless something else comes up, I really would like to host a show tomorrow. Pamela writes, we need to have a night of hot chocolate and cookies. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think that'll be awesome. So how about we decide that on a certain night at 9 p.m. we're gonna all sit down in front of the screen with hot chocolate, with a cup of hot chocolate and some cookies, and we're gonna be live streaming. We're gonna be having conversation and enjoying hot chocolate and cookies. That'd be awesome. I know this is spring and we're approaching summer, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. We can have a little bit of December-like feeling. We can have some cookies and hot chocolate. That's okay. We can have that. We can do that. So, I see somebody else has joined. Is it Caesar? How do you pronounce that? Is it Caesar? I can't pronounce your last name. Caesar, why are you showing those strange emojis? Don't you like my show, Caesar? Is it Caesar? I'll wait for Caesar to answer. JW writes, I think Sarah is smart, but I don't think she'll get many Haley voters. I think we should get someone with broad appeal to get more voters. Well, JW, yeah, that's a good point. I think what needs to happen is we need to have some polls on Sarah. Maybe some surveys and polls um, to kind of try to gauge the approval rating. Not the approval rating, the favorability, right? The favorability. If Sarah is on the ticket, whether people would support the ticket. Uh, Terry writes, Caesar, no cocoa for you, LOL. So uh, Caesar just uh, put some emojis, and I don't see any more comments there. Anyway, JW writes, LOL, Pamela, but I'm trying to eat more healthy, and I already messed up and had DQ Blizzard tonight. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we all need to eat healthy, but every now and then we have to have something sugary, right? Um, Terry writes, Huckabee won a governorship. Should be favorable to many. That's correct. That's correct. But I want to find out the favorability of Sarah Huckabee Sanders in Wisconsin. And so, one more thing I'll tell you. It wasn't that long ago. Well, it's been over a decade, but remember when Mike Huckabee was running, right? When Mike Huckabee was running for president, Mike Huckabee is still on TV. You can see him on ads, on commercials. He is involved. He has a social media presence. He's still very active, okay? Mike Huckabee is not running, but he's still active. So I think if Sarah Huckabee Sanders is chosen for VP, then Sarah's father, Mike Huckabee, will also have a very active role. I'm guessing. That's my guess. And people have not forgotten Mike Huckabee and the days of him running for president. And so I think if Mike Huckabee also becomes busy on the campaign trail, he's going to be able to win a lot of support for the ticket because people remember when Huckabee ran, right? I remember I was an undergrad student. I was an undergrad student when Huckabee ran for president. So Mike Huckabee can also help the presidential ticket, the Trump-Sanders presidential ticket. Let's see. Pamela writes, JW, well, you can bring celery sticks and juice. Well, that's a great idea. JW writes, agree. They should do some polls to see who would bring in more votes. Yeah. Terry writes, I had 2 beers tonight. All right, Terry, you had 2 beers, so you must be very happy, Terry. So 2 beers. How's that affecting you? Are you feeling more optimistic, Terry, after having 2 beers, or optimistic about the election? What's the impact of 2 beers on Terry's views about the election? What did I have? I had English breakfast tea. That's what I had this evening. I want to have some coconut water actually right now. Terry writes, Arkansas. Terry writes, Arkansas needs someone besides the Clintons to be known for, right? Terry writes, toss if you can skip reading our alcohol. I will continue reading. So if you love alcohol, Wisconsin is the place to be, and Terry knows that. Especially Greene County. Greene County has good alcohol, right? Terry, would you agree? Greene County in Wisconsin, where Terry lived for many years. Terry's feeling relaxed. Beer County. Now, I'm not saying. So, which one would you say, Terry, is the Beer County? Would you say Grant? Would you say Grant or Greene? Because Grant County has Potosi, right? So, would that be Beer County? Not Beer County, Alcohol County. I don't know. Or is it Dane County because of the population and so much of consumption? Oh, Terry writes, Green has 2 breweries, exactly. Yeah, I didn't know the exact number, but yeah, Green has 2 breweries. I love Greene County. By the way, um, Terry, guess where I was today? Terry, can you guess where I was earlier today? I'll let you guess where I was earlier today. I was in Greene County earlier today. I was in Greene County. I was in Monroe today. Yes, Terry, excellent guess. I was in Monroe today. I love Greene County. I just love it. And Terry knows that I love Greene County. And the reason why we're talking about Greene County is because Terry lived in Greene County for many years. So anyway, my friends, let me see. Give me 1 second here. Any more questions or comments? Can I get some more thumbs up? People who are watching, please give me more thumbs up. Thumbs up on this video. Terry writes, Green has I can't read what you're writing. LOL, beer and cheese. Okay. 12 master cheesemakers too. LOL, beer and cheese. Pamela writes, sorry, Toss, if I don't want to be a bad influence. No, Pamela. And anything. You can discuss anything you want. We're discussing some beer. And beer is so popular in Wisconsin. So perfectly fine to discuss. All right. Now, I got to tell you, I don't drink. I think some of you already know that, but I have visited breweries and I've seen beer distribution operation, and alcohol helps our economy here in Wisconsin. But let me tell you, I love cheese. So beer and cheese, Terry just mentioned. I don't consume beer, but I love cheese. I love cheese. I had 3 different kinds of cheese today. Okay. 3 different kinds of cheese today, because there was a charcuterie board, and so I had some good cheese today. Uh, uh, so JW writes, that's okay. It's not healthy for the most part. Yeah. So I stay away from alcohol consumption, but I know alcohol helps our economy because a lot of tourists come to Wisconsin and they want to enjoy the wine and the beer, and we have so many excellent bars and breweries, really great places here. Pamela writes, I'm referring to, I used to love margaritas. Margaritas is fine, Pamela. JW writes, well, I don't think cheese is either really. Yeah, too much of cheese is probably not healthy. Everything in moderation. That's what I believe. Whatever you consume, everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Because cheese can if people consume too much of cheese, that's probably not good. Same goes for, if you consume too much of rice, if you consume too much of potatoes, if you consume too much of red meat, and too much overconsumption of anything is bad, right? We have to consume in moderation. Terry writes, beer is good for your bladder. LOL. I didn't know that, Terry. See, I'm learning new things every day. So, Terry, can I ask you for some medical reference pertaining to your claim that beer is good for your bladder? Do you have like any scientific studies that you can point me to? All right. JW writes, well, I don't think cheese is either really. Okay. JW writes, LOL. Terry writes, you can have too much cheese. I would love to have too much cheese, okay? I love all kinds of cheese. Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, goat cheese, Parmesan, everything. Let's see. I love Gouda. Terry writes, no reference, experience. All right, Terry, so that's from your experience, okay? All right, I get it. Pamela writes, too much cheese will bind a person. Let's see. I'm reading some comments here. Terry writes, 1 teaspoon of Limburger, us too much. Okay. All right. Let's see, my friends. Okay, so can I get some more thumbs up on this video? Some more thumbs up. It is, it feels so wonderful to be doing this live stream. Uh, JW writes, yes, I was assuming that was a joke. Yes, cheese can definitely be delicious. I love melted cheese. Dil Havardi. I love melted cheese too. I love it. I love it. I love grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, just put 3 or 4 different kinds of cheese and make a sandwich. I love it. I love it. All right. And now I am hungry. Okay, it is 10:19 p.m. It's 10:19 p.m. here in Wisconsin. I've already had dinner, and now we're talking about cheese, and now I'm hungry again. So what am I gonna do? After I end this live stream, I'm gonna go have a second dinner. That's what I'm gonna do. I am so hungry. We're talking about food, but that's a great idea. We should have a hot chocolate and cookies night. All right, we're gonna plan that soon. But you all are now going to make me have dinner for the second time today because I am hungry now. I am hungry after this conversation, after this chat, after talking about cocoa and chocolate and cheese. Pamela writes cheese sandwich. Cheese sandwich would actually be great tonight. I should have some cheese sandwich here. JW writes yes, grilled cheese. Amazing. I had a Havarti grilled cheese sandwich with cooked spinach and roasted peppers. It was amazing. Oh, mouth watering. Okay. I don't eat spinach, by the way. I don't eat spinach. Okay. But roasted red peppers is awesome. JW writes, oh, sorry. Just have a healthy snack. Apple and peanut butter. I actually, I just got some fresh apples today, and I also got some bananas. So I may just have some apples and bananas and maybe some milk. Okay, that would be pretty healthy for tonight. But I feel like having a cheese sandwich now. I mean, that's what I feel like having. But maybe I'll just skip. Maybe I won't go there. All right. Um, JW writes, what? No spinach? LOL. I love spinach. No, I don't eat spinach, but I eat different kinds of lettuce. I love tomatoes and cucumbers. Um, Terry writes, with tomato soup. Terry, did you see that YouTube Shorts video I posted of me sitting at IHOP and having tomato soup? I love that tomato soup. Tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich. That is an awesome, awesome combination. And maybe some cheesecake afterwards, right? Okay, so you have some grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup, tomato basil soup, and after you're done with your grilled cheese sandwich and your tomato soup, you have some cheesecake. Oh my god. Now I'm really hungry. All right. JW writes, LOL, fruit sounds better. Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to have some fruits. Terry writes, oh, Tossif. Yeah, Terry, what can I'm really hungry now. Oh, see, time flies. We're past 1 hour and 18 minutes. That's awesome. JW writes, I like lots of greens but hate arugula. Tastes... So JW, I actually like arugula. I mean, it's not something that I'll ask for, but if it's in the sandwich, that's okay. I like eating at Panera Bread quite a bit. Panera Bread, I like Panera Bread. They have some healthy options. That's the place that I go quite a bit to, Panera Bread. But these days I just prefer eating homemade food more. Okay. Terry writes, okay, send us to bed so you can eat. All right. So, all right, Terry. So my cell phone is getting close to a 5% charge because I didn't really have a chance to charge it as much as I would like. I would prefer to have 100% charged battery when I start the live stream, and today it was not 100%. So Anyway, my friends, thank you for being here. We're getting close to the 1 hour, 20-minute mark. Thank you all for joining, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you. Terry writes, will you be on tomorrow? Terry, I think I will be. I'll try to be. And JW has also asked me that question. So yes, I'll try to do a live stream tomorrow. And I'll announce that ahead of time. So please try to join tomorrow. And if for whatever reason I can't do a live stream, I'll let you know that. But 90%, I'll try to do a live stream tomorrow. JW writes, yes, I like Panera, but they have gotten so, yeah, expensive. Every place is so expensive now, right? And that's really one of the reasons why I think a lot of people are moving to more home cooked meals, which is, if you look at it, it's more healthy, I think, home cooked meals. But it's really hurting our businesses too. A lot of businesses, they're not getting enough customers, and so many businesses going out of business. And that is the Biden economy, Bidenflation, Biden economy. Pamela writes, the jury will be back tomorrow. Yes, Pamela, I'm going to be paying attention to that. JW writes, nice chatting, everyone. Hopefully I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow or sometime soon. Tomorrow is my goal. I'll try to be on tomorrow. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. We're going to be paying attention to what the jury does. JW writes, so nervous for the verdict. I hope the verdict will be not guilty. Terry writes, you really think so, Pamela? Terry writes, okay, love you all. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining, each and every one of you. I appreciate you. I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll do my best to be back again because I'm trying to get back to my regular live streaming schedule. So please stay connected. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. And now I'm going to go eat some apples and bananas and some milk, okay? I'm going to eat healthy now, all right? Because I'm so hungry. Thank you so much. Much love. Pamela writes, much love. Love you all. Thank you so much. I'll be back again soon. Please stay connected. Thank you. Have a good night.